Hi y'all, Joni from Yaya here. I've got my Enchanted Tarot deck today to do a new moon reading for you. Our new moon is in Taurus, and this is a very earthy moon. It is one of the closest to nature. So we're going to allow ourselves to think about what are the things that we want to build on in our life that are simple and the simple pleasures that we can take advantage of that don't take a whole lot of money or a whole lot of anything. They're just purely joyful. Spending time with family, cultivating those kind of habits for ourselves and making sure that we're making those a priority are going to be one of the things that we can look to focus our intentions on for the new moon. Where do you want to grow in your life? What seeds do you want to plant right now for your life in that kind of facility? So I've already shuffled my deck, and I'm going to cut the deck 3 times so we can get started. 1, 2, 3. And the spread that I'm doing today is a spread I created, and it's for the new moon or for specific seeds that you want to plant to just help you get an idea on things that you can do to help bring about the existence of the plan that you have in mind. So the first card that we're going to put is, this is going to be our seed card. So the King of Swords. This King of Swords is about a lot of movement. He is airy, he is authoritative, he knows what he's talking about. So what are ways that you can bring that about in your life? Now, to find out, we got this is the foundation of your seed. So this is your foundation, I'm sorry. So where do you have ability to share information? And then this is going to be your support and obstacles. So this is the card that represents that, and it is the Queen of Wands. When we have people in our corner that are confident, or when we are in our corner and we are confident, we can move forward with tasks and things that we want to do, because that confidence, that belief, helps us to move forward. I was actually just reading something from one of the apps that I follow, and it was talking about how you believe in yourself and how you can train yourself to really start to focus on the things that you want. And a great time to do that, the article said, was to think about it right before you go to sleep. So trying to think about it right before you go to sleep, so it's the last thought that you have before you actually fall asleep. I can do anything. I can do this. What can you do? What areas do you feel that you are strong in, that you can share information with, and how can you bring that to action? How can you move forward with confidence and act on it? Now, the seeds to plant are abundance. Ooh, yes indeed. 9 of Pentacles. Where can you feel abundant in your life? I have a whole nother share on that for you all later. That is amazing. When we really just try to look, there are so many little things in our life where we can see so much abundance, y'all. So where are areas that you can see abundance in your life? Where do you want abundance to be in your life? And if you allow yourself to look at where you feel you're lacking, then you find places in your life where it's really not lacking in that specific type of abundance that you're looking for. For instance, if you don't think that you have money, be grateful for every penny that you find. I have seriously started practicing that when I'm doing things, because it has been very neat to see how it's turning out for me. Now, the next card that's going to come up is the cards that are going to represent the growth. So when you decide where you're wanting to, what seed you're wanting to plant in what area of your life, you're going to start to grow. When we intentionally plant seeds, we are cultivating our own growth, right? And we are learning more about how we want our lives to work. So this is going to be conscious growth, right? So the Prince of Wands, nice. The Prince of Wands is conscious growth and the Three of Pentacles is conscious growth. I love that these two are together. So the Prince of Wands talks about a lot of changes. So we're all going through a lot of changes right now. People are changing jobs. People are changing where they live. People are changing their whole business structures. And it's not necessarily bad. Change is growth. We have a lot of changes. And change can be good when we allow ourselves, again, to keep hold of where we feel abundance in our lives and pay attention to what we're thinking. Then work towards, that's what the Three of Pentacles mean, work towards the goals that you have right now. What can you do right now? What are things that can make you happy right now? What are things that you would enjoy making money doing if you could, if you had time on your hands to do those things? That is exactly what this card represents. And it represents finding people that have the same passions as you. It represents finding people that you can work with. Like if you wanted to open up a business and it took more than one person, who's somebody that would work with you? Or if you have a garden and you wanted to do more with your garden, who would you consider to garden with? Who could you share things with? If they were growing something and you were growing something, people, when we work together, we are so much stronger. When we have people that are supportive of the things that we do, those that look at the things that we make or look at the things that we're doing and respond to them, these are people that we want to have in our lives, because when we are feeding each other this beautiful idea that we can do exactly what we want to do, that what we want to do and the things that we want to share with the world are important, and people see that and we feel it when we get that support from others. So if you have friends, for instance, that make things or share words online or share their pictures, let them know that you see that. Let them know that it means something to you when you see it. Now, the unconscious growth. Oh my gosh, is this the card I think it is? I love this, y'all. Unconscious growth. I am so happy with this spread for everybody today. 9 of Hearts is fulfillment. You will find fulfillment in the things that you do in life when you allow yourself to get rid of the doubt, get rid of the fear. It's not as easy as it sounds, I know, but work towards those things that bring you joy, and you will begin to find fulfillment. That's your unconscious growth. And Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is the Force card. So that unconscious part of you is going to be challenging the whole belief or the whole idea of all of these changes. The changing of patterns that we have already had in our life is one of the most challenging things to go through. So we're going to have some things that we have to cut away. We're going to have some things that are going to be hard to cut away. And this card, so it lets you know that you're going to have to force some things, but it also tells you that whenever you are starting to do that, it is the time to make long-term goals. Set those ideas in motion, make long-term goals, and set time aside to plan it out now. So what do you want your days to look like? The final card that comes up at the bottom of the deck is the Judgment card. Judgment, being able to see other people's viewpoints, being able to balance out accounts. These are things that help you along your journey and find out where there might be some things that can get cut away so you can make space for the things that you want to grow. I hope that you had fun with the reading that I did for you today, and I hope that you have a great week. Happy new moon in Taurus. Namaste.